What's going on, guys? One, love out to everybody. We got UFC Fight Night, Moreno versus Albazi. Prediction breakdown here, guys. Gonna fly through this real quick here. A little bit of quick prediction and breakdown. 5 p.m. Eastern over there in Canada. 14 fights. Stock card. A lot of good matchups here. Before I get started though, guys, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to this channel. Also check out my Patreon account for all my face-off prediction and prop plays. You can also donate to my PayPal account here, guys, right? Before I get started, guys, always remember, man, love is the answer, right? There's no hate, no ego, at least with me. So when I look at things, I feel things, it's all about what I'm doing from within myself. So it's always going to be me versus me. That's just pretty much it. I always try to improve, on something. So if one day I do something, I do 10 push-ups, next day I try to do 20. Next day I try to do 30. I always try to better myself each day, but it's the only competition there is just with myself to see how much more push-ups I can do. It's not what the other man can do. The other man may do 100. That's good for him, and I give him props and, love. But I'm gonna see how much I can do, and that's pretty much it. That is all that really matters. There's no competition here, and that's just actually how it is and how it should be. To be honest with you, when you have a mindset like that, everything will be easy for you because you're not trying to challenge nobody, because there is nobody there to challenge but yourself. Every man gonna be doing what he want to do and what he does and how he does it. It's all good. It's all over the end of the day. What I'm saying? How I'm doing it, that's how I do it. Because that's me. And that's what makes me special and what makes everybody else special. Which everybody got that light in them. Everybody got that energy. So just, how you want to use it. I like to use my energy in a positive way. I know it's not easy for a lot of people. Because every day we got little struggles we got to deal with. And a lot of us can get caught up with a lot of things, and sometimes those things can lead you down a dark path, into a dark place, and something that dark place is hard to get out of, but you gotta dig deep, and always remember, it's you versus you, and whenever you're feeling any kind of way, maybe a negative feeling, negative way, sit by yourself and meditate, shut off everything around you, cut off all the distractions, even the internet. There's a lot of times, majority of times, I turn off everything around me. I'm just by myself, and I love being by myself, just meditating, do my breath work, doing yoga, do my martial arts, dancing, singing, listening to positive music, telling myself positive things, that, I can, I will, I am the greatest at what I do. Not being arrogant, but I have to motivate myself. What I'm saying? Because that's my energy. Why am I going to tell myself negative things? That doesn't make any sense. It seems like even with this world we live in, a lot of people beat down on themselves and they destroy their health. Smoking, drinking, doing all these things, doing negative things to themselves, and don't believe and know themselves. Once you know yourself, and you know your abilities, and you believe, and but mostly know. Anything is possible, because it's you versus yourself. It's only up to you if you want to do it or not. And if you don't want to, then it doesn't matter. Somebody else will do it. You understand what I'm saying? But if you got the energy in you and you can feel yourself, then make it happen, right? So I just want to share that with you guys. But I drop little notes here and there for you guys just to inspire and motivate. And I know, my words and videos I make, even on my other channel, my Wayne Get Your channel, it does help a lot of people, and I'm happy that it does, right? So, flying to this real quick here, guys. First fight here, we have Jamey-Lyn Horth versus Ivana Petrovic, and also, this is a Canadian card, guys, because in Canada, obviously, so some of these guys are from Canada. Now, there's been talk, around the campfire that a lot of Canadians are, they usually lose, except for GSP, George St. Pierre. Do I believe that? it's probably a belief. You know, it's all dependent on the person. You know, it shouldn't matter where you come from, because all those places are just made up anyway. Like I said, it's you versus you, so it all depends on the person, man. You know, I mean, it all depends on who they're matching up with. At the end of the day, again, it's you versus you. It's all mental, right? So if your mental is not there, then the physical won't be there, and spiritual also. So I don't really buy into that. But I mean, we see what happened. You know, just keep in mind that if it goes to judges, you know, we may see some kind of robbery, because it's all politics at the end of the day. And if you leave it in the hand of the judges, they can do whatever they want to do with it. You know what I mean? All right. First fight, we got Jamey-Lyn Horth versus Ivana Petrovic, which I mentioned. Jamey-Lyn here. Jamey-Lyn is a pretty tough cookie, man. You know, she's actually a good fighter. I mean, I like how she moves in there. She packed some good power. You know, like she hits hard. You know, when she throw the punches, them there's like power behind it. You know, she's looking to finish you. You know, she kind of has that Chris Cyborg, you know, a little bit of Amanda Nunes kind of vibe to her. You know, some women, you know, sometimes when the punches, they may not have that kind of aggressiveness behind the punch. I feel like Jamie has that, right? Her fight against Veronica Hardy was pretty close. Could have went either way. But she's well-rounded, BJJ brown belt. In this fight, though, she could be the more physical, stronger person here, you know, in my opinion. Her ground game is good, her scrambling, her submission, her striking, like I said. Her opponent here, Ivano is also well-rounded and will also look for the submissions. And mostly ground and pound. You know, when she gets on top, she can land on some strikes. She's going to have the 4-inch of reach here, which is pretty massive. This is a tough one here. Like I said, sometimes with a woman fight, you know, some people say, you know, when the woman is like more of the physical stronger, usually go towards them as far as strength, because usually that's the person that usually wins. But I'm gonna go with Jamie for that one. I just like more what I see from Jamie. I'm gonna say Jamie by KO TQ in the second round, guys, and definitely a 50-50. Like I said, with the women fights, you know, sometimes you pick Jamie and then, you know, and then Ivana won. You know what I mean? Or you pick Ivana and Jamie wins. It just always happens like that. And, you know, that's just how it is. You know, so nothing confident, nothing definite here. But Jamey-Lyn, 50-50 KO TQ, guys. Second round. Next fight, we got Chan Angler versus Cody Gibson. Chad, two of the Canada, eh? All right, so Chad here, he actually will look for takedowns, but he's more of a striker though. His striking is pretty good, man. I like how he moves in there, but he's been submitted 6 times though, man. That's pretty much all his losses. He would look for the knockout, but this guy's a dog though, and he would dig deep. He will work off his jab, set up from the jab with the kicks. Movement not bad, heavy leg kicks, and good cardio. This guy's not bad, man, and I would kind of struggle with this one here. Because look at Cody Gibson. Cody Gibson is not bad either. I believe he was a school teacher, and I don't think he's a school teacher anymore. He's training full-time now. Come off of a win here against Brian Keller. Cody here, though, man, he can have a 7-inch of reach and 4-inch of height. 7-inch of reach, dude. Chad has a short reach. I believe Chad reaches like 64 inches, man. I mean, it is what it is, you know. But like I said, Chad will make it work for him, though. You know, I mean, he will come in the pocket and land the strikes on you, and then look for the finish. He's a very aggressive guy with technique, skills. Both guys can get submitted though, but I feel Chad is not too durable, and I feel he will fade and drop the ball. And this is a tough one to pick, guys. I was kind of back and forth on this one. I mean, I kind of had Chad, but Cody reach and height, man, is going to be massive here, bro. And like I said, I'm going to watch the weigh-ins after this on the face-off, which I haven't done yet. You know, like I said, I've been busy, guys. I'm working on a lot of different things, and I have family and all this stuff. So I'm trying to do my best to get this out to you guys, which I am. It's just face-offs could be different here, but man, it's just Cody's pretty good, man, and he will let the hands go, but he does fade as a fight going. And but that reach and height, and I see Chad usually doesn't do too good against guys with that reach and height, man. Chad usually have a hard time closing the distance, you know, especially with a guy with that reach, just popping the jab in your face. And if they use the reach right, you know, Chad gonna have issues, which Cody can do that. And Cody's pretty well-rounded guy, coming off the Ultimate Fighter show. Also was in the UFC way back. I'm actually gonna slide with Cody here, guys, and I must say Cody by submission in the second round, guys. But I'm not confident in this one because I do like Chad also. You know, I feel Chad could get a win here. Just the reach and height advantage, man, is just friggin' massive, guys. And again, Chad is in Canada. His hometown favorite here, man. So that's something to be careful with. All right, but yeah, I'm gonna go Cody by submission, second round. Zero confidence in that one, man. All right, 50-50. Next fight here, guys, we got Serhiy Sidey versus Garrett Armfield. Next hometown guy here in Sydney. Sydney got the 2-inch reach, 5-inch height, which is massive again. Next tough one here, man. A lot of these fights in this card is pretty much, for me, even. Like I said, I don't look at the odds right now. I look at the odds afterwards, so I don't know what the odds look like. I know you can see them on here, but as you know, which I'm gonna show. Oh, actually, I should be showing you guys the odds right now, right? Yeah, so I'd have to do that odd breakdown thing. My bad. We're down to 2 fights already, right? Let's take a quick look at the odds here, man. For those 2 fights. Ah, man. Man, what's up with this? Okay, UFC Fight Night. Man, this is acting up. Okay, Jamey-Lyn is -225, man. Oh goodness, guys, I disagree with that. For me, I would give Jamey-Lyn maybe the favorite, yeah, of course, but not 200 though. Maybe like 140, 130, close to even. Like I said, with women fight, man, can go either way, guys. It just happens that way. So I wouldn't be so high on her because Jamie is this high, and she goes in there and drop the ball. Happens all the time, man. Cody and Chad, they got Cody at -198. This fight right here is an even fight. It's an even fight because Chad will, you know, he has trouble with tall guys with reach and everything like that. But sometimes with Cody, man, he slows down, man, and he dropped the ball. And Chad is a little dog, you know, he would dig deep. So Cody at 198, I'd be careful. This is an even fight. I think that's about it right there. Garrett, Sidney here. Go back to Sidney here. Sidney is very technical guy here. I like his striking, mixed up well with punches and kicks. Kind of a kickboxing kind of vibe. He is well rounded. We also look for submissions. Can get taken down though, but does scramble up. And he's durable, man. You know, he has a dog in him, man. You know, he will come out and then lay it all out there. Can get caught though on the foot and get hurt and get knocked down, but he recovers well. Garrett here. Garrett Armfield, tough dude, experienced guy. You know, have some good fights here against Brad Einstein. Which he lost to Brad Einstein, but beat Brad. Well, he didn't really beat Brad Katona. I feel Brad Katona won that fight. That was actually a robbery. Beat Kazama. Lost to David Onamo. What I see from Garrett, he will look for takedowns, but mostly it seems like he wants to strike. Mostly wants to strike. Big somebody like three times. His last fight here was a submission by rear naked choke. We'll also gas out in the fight after the first round, but I don't know. I just like Sidney for this fight. I feel Sidney is just striking wise is more technical guy. It's more sharper strikes. The wrestling, the takedown could be an issue though. If Garrett chooses to look for takedowns, you know. But I'm gonna slide with Sidney though, man. This is a tough one here, guys. I must say Sidney by decision, and it's 50-50, man. But I could see where Garrett could win, but I just like the striking more from Sidney here and the movement. I feel with Garrett he can be hittable at times, They got Sidney at 135. Okay, so it's kind of close to even. Actually, he's a favorite. I mean, Sidney's a favorite, but it's very, very close. So it probably could be even. So, okay, but again, Garrett could win the fight, though. Believe me on that. You know, because I feel Garrett is more experienced. But just that, I feel technique-wise, technicality-wise, striking and everything, I feel that's, you know, I like how Sidney looks more, you know. So, Sidney by decision, guys. Not confident. Next fight here, guys. We have Alexander Romanov versus Rodrigo Nascimento. Romanov here, Romanov has no cardio, man. He's like a first-round finisher guy. He will pick you up, he will suplex you, take you down, slam you, and nasty ground and pound, but he gasses out. So he's more like a first-round guy. Can't carry a pace. He looks the same way all the time. And when he's in there, when I see him, he always looks out of shape. He doesn't look in shape to me. And his striking is so. You know, he's not a high level striker. You know, he's hittable, get flat footed, and he gasses out, man. With Rodrigo, you know, he lost to Black Beast, to Derek Lewis, because he was winning the fight, but he stand up in front of Derek. He can't stand in front of Derek. He just stand there frozen. Derek is a heavy hitter, you know, so it is what it is. But he was winning the fight, though. But Rodrigo will also gas out, but this is going to be a 3-round fight, which is probably better for him. Rodrigo have the 5-inch reach, coming out of American Top Team, which is a good camp. Carry better pace. He has the ground. He's, I believe, bridging the Jiu-Jitsu black belt. Coming off ATT, you know, and he has way better striking. Again, you know, these are big guys, so it takes one shot. And like I said, with Romanov, doesn't have, you know, best striking, but if Rodrigo gets taken down, which he can, and Romanov is on top of him, it could be a problem. You could see ground and pound. So this one here, man, I'll be careful with this one. I'm gonna go Rodrigo, I'm gonna go with Rodrigo Nascimento by decision, but I'm not confident, guys, because like I said, in the first round, Alexander is pretty aggressive, and if he gets a takedown, and you know we see Nascimento on the ground and he mounts him, he could get a ground and pound first round finish, because Alexander's a first round finisher. So there's no way you can be confident in this fight. Like I said, when I say 50-50, because I mean it, because it's facts, all right? Because he's a 265 pound, he's a big dudes, man. You take one shot, anything could happen in here. Anything could happen, man. You can't be confident in these things, because even if, you know, the guy is skilled and everything like that, it takes one shot, and it could be a submission, it could be anything. So I'm gonna go with Rodrigo by decision, but zero confidence. Let's see the odds on that. Let's see, even fights. They got Rodrigo at plus. Damn, we got him on. Well, it's even fight, man. But he's kind of like on plus on some sides. So they're kind of favoring Alexander here for the win. You know, which, like I said, you know, based off his last fight, he got knocked up by Black Beast, so maybe that's why. But again, with Romanov, man, he slows down. He just doesn't look good in there. At least with Rodrigo, he would throw punches, he would look for takedowns, he would keep a pace, you know what I mean? He looked kind of decent, kind of somewhat decent. So I'm going to go with Rodrigo by decision, all right? Not confident. Next fight, we got Jack Shore versus Youssef Zalal. Jack Shore here, man, he's not really that active, man. And coming off his last fight there, he got a little shin injury. Against Jhonata Brito. I'm gonna cut his shin open there. Can get flat-footed at times, but this guy's still skilled though. You know, most on the ground. We look for the submission. We look to take it back. But the guy's well-rounded though, and he's very strategic. You know, seems like a very smart fight IQ kind of dude. But against Zalal though, Zalal has been looking better, man. And as far as better, I mean mental. You know, he wasn't in the UFC for a while. He got some wins, and he came back with a different kind of mindset, kind of grow into himself mentally, spiritually, right, and physically. So this is a guy where, you know, like I said, mental, you know, is everything. So once your mind is there and you grow into yourself and your mindset change, that's pretty much it. Once you can change your mindset, everything will change. If you can't change your mindset and you're stuck in that mental state, in that low realm, then you're stuck. You're over. That's going to be you right there. But he has made changes mentally, and that's the most important thing, because you can't teach mental. All right? Can't teach heart. It's either you do it, and that's it. You can get people to help you, maybe take some classes or whatever, but still, it's up to you to do it, because it's you versus yourself. Very athletic guy, good movement, striking, very versatile, ground game is very nice, very durable guy. I've never been finished. Heavy leg kicks, calf kicks, which he uses a lot. This guy's pretty sharp. He came back looking very, very good, man. Very, very impressive. And yeah, I'm liking Zalal here. I'm going to say Zalal by submission in the second round. Am I confident in this play? Like I said, Jack Shore, you can't sleep on him though. So I say maybe Zalal 60%, Shore like 40. You know what I mean? I'm kind of I'm kind of strict in giving these guys giving them the percentage, because like I said, in this fight game, anything is possible, man. Even though when things seem like it's that way, when it seems like it's gonna happen that way, it doesn't. You know what I mean? Because I'm only giving you a prediction here, but it's up to the guys to go in and perform. I can't be him. He only can be himself. But I can give you an insight of if it's possible for him to win. It's not guaranteed though. All right, and sometimes it is. I see look at 340 here. Like I said, we could see the tin here, but so it's negative 340. He's pretty high. He's up in the 300s. I mean, it's pretty high. That's pretty damn high. I disagree with that, and the reason why, because Jack Shore is not a bad fighter. I say again, Jack Shore is not a bad fighter. I will give Zalal, you know what I'm saying? I will give him the win for this one, and also the negative thing, you know what I'm saying, give him the call-in for this one, but at the same time, I don't feel like he should be so high though, because like I said, when the guy is skilled like Jack Shore, you just can't do that, man, because we see it all the time, even though I feel like Youssef Zalal came back and looked good mentally, but still, it's still him. I don't know how he's gonna. Every fight could be different. From what I see lately, he's been looking good. So I'll probably make him like around like 150, 160. You know what I'm saying? Because Jack Shore could win, but I'm still giving him the favorite though. All right. So, but this one here, I'd be careful, man, because like I said, Jack Shore could win, guys. Because Jack Shore is experienced and he's also skilled, but movement-wise, I feel Jack Shore is not in a relationship as far as the movement is concerned. There's a lot of movement in and out, very elusive, very light on the foot. Jack Shore kind of heavy, flat. There's no way for him to catch up to him to actually hit him. At least with Youssef Zalal, he has to be stationary, and he's not going to be stationary. He's going to always be moving. And if Jack Shore is so flat, like how is he going to hit him? This doesn't make any sense. So Zalal by submission, second round. Next fight here, guys, we have Charles Jourdain versus Victor Henry. Okay, next Canadian here in Jordan. Canadian A. Next tough fight here to break down, man. A lot of these fights are kind of tough because a lot of the guys that I'm matching up with, they can drop the ball. Jordan hometown. With Jordan though, I feel like he's not durable. He's dropping from 145 to 135 now, so he's moving down in weight, which could benefit him, and it could not. He looks off though. Like at 145, just doesn't look good. Just dropping the ball, doesn't carry a good pace. He will look good in a little while, look good in the first round for a little bit, and then he just starts fading, and he fades bad. He just doesn't, he's just like he's not there, like he's lost, right? And it happens. That's a mental thing. His opponent though, Victor Henry is a pretty good fighter, man. this guy's a pretty legit fighter. I mean, all around, his ground game, I believe he's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. Striking, his distancing, his range, lots of volume, timing. This guy's pretty good, man. Yeah, and people say against a bad Bazarat brother, against Javid, like he faked it. Nah, dude, that dude wouldn't fake it. You know, people do fake it though when you get hit in the nut or poking the eye. They were, oh, I can't fight no more. I mean, we see this and we know when someone is faking it. That guy didn't fake it, man. You can tell that he got, like, whatever. I believe he said that he got kicked directly in the nut, like the nut was out of the cup or something, and the foot kick and the squeeze between the cup. He believe he was using like a steel cup or something like that. I mean, I could be wrong. So he was injured, man. So that guy wasn't. That guy is not gonna fake it, man. Believe me on that. This guy come to fight. He has a warrior mindset. He's not gonna give up and fake nothing like that. Why? You know why? 24-6 guy that been fighting big. This guy's a veteran in the sport. Why would he go fake that? For what reason? See what I'm saying? It just doesn't make any sense. But I'm liking Victor for this, man. I must say Victor by submission in the second round. I must say Victor 60%. I must say Jordan 40. But again, you gotta be careful because Jordan is hometown here, man. And you know, Jordan couldn't. He could win. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, any of these guys can win. Just be honest. You know what I'm saying? But you know, they're giving Jordan the favorite. I mean, I'm liking Victor Henry, but they're giving Jordan the favorite. I'm negative 140. So you can say it's close, kind of close to even. But it's for me, I feel it's an even fight, but I favor Henry though. So Victor Henry for me, guys. But again, Jordan could win, so be careful with it. All right. Next fight here, guys. At least the odds are not crazy on here. You know, it's not super crazy, like crazy odds. You know what I mean? They don't have like Charles Jordan like 400 or 200 or something like that. Next fight, we got Ariane Lipski versus Jasmine Judgevicius. Next Canadian here, Canadian A. I love everybody, man. Don't matter where you come from, man. All love at the end of the day. Ariane Lipski here. Next thing here with her, she has improved a lot. You know, she was struggling mentally. She would be, you know, get knocked down, getting finished quick, getting ground and pound. But she's well rounded and she's been showing that, you know, against her fight here against Karine Silva. You know, she had her time in that fight. You know, there was good parts in that fight where she looked really good, where she looked like she could have even won the fight. You know, mostly striking, very technical. Her ground game has been getting way, way better. We look for the submissions. Heavy hitter. She hits heavy. Kind of like that, you know, kind of have like that, you know, like Amanda Nunes kind of hit, that Chris Cyborg kind of punch. You know, she don't really hold back. She put power behind it, you know. I feel like she's the more skilled striker here, the more skill all the way around, you know, in my opinion. Jasmine, though, is still a good fighter. You know, more brawler, more bruiser, you know what I mean? Very aggressive. Eat shots. She eats shots, man. Eat it. She eat it for lunch, dinner, whatever you want to call it. Eat it like Tic Tac. She eat it and keep coming forward. And she eats it and then she will deliver. And she come back at you. That's not good though, because the more you get hit like that is the worse it does for you, because your head ain't supposed to get hit like that. And like I said, it's all mental. And if you keep getting hit like that, your mental state is going to start to shift. It is the more damage you're going to take, the more wear and tear on your body, right, on the mental. So she's very, very, very hittable, dude. But she's a dog though, and she will walk you down and bite and take you down and beat you up and ground and pound you. So that's her thing. If Lipsy can keep this fight long and hit her with shots, you could see she hurt her. And Lipsky hits hard, and that's the thing about this fight where I'm going to push towards Lipsky for this, because Lipsky hits hard. She hits steady flush. You know what I mean? But Lipsky going to have to keep that mental together though. Like I said, mentally she looks a little better. But again, you know, it all depends. She may look good mentally in other fights, and she come to this fight and, you know, she just getting taken down and beat up by Judgevicius. You know, just dog her out and just, you know, just put that dog on her. You know, and that's the thing for Lipski. Sometimes that can happen to her, and he's over there in Canada. Next tough one here in a woman fight. This fight is even, guys. In my opinion, should be even. They got Jazza Vicious at -218. Wow, man, that's freaking bananas, bro. That's freaking banana. I just seen this when I show you these odds, guys, because the first time I'm seeing it. That's freaking bananas, dude. That's bananas, bro. Technical wise, skill wise, Lipski's a better fighter. Mental wise, she looks like her mental has been getting better from her last fights. It looked like she is, you know, not just giving up. Casey O'Neill, Melissa Gatto, JJ Andrich. Against Hero, she just got caught. Anyone can get caught. You know what I mean? But it's sure, especially against Casey O'Neill, which Casey O'Neill is kind of a dog that would push a high pace. You know what I mean? And Casey O'Neill is kind of skilled, and she went in there armbar in the second round. So she shows that she mentally working on this. And she's at the American top team also. I don't feel like Jasmine should be no 200, man. This is off. This is like I said, with a woman fight, it's an even fight, bro. Even fight. And you will see it like this, you know, 218 for Jasmine, and then drop the ball and Lipski win. I'm liking Lipski. This is the first time I see the odds, guys. I don't look at the odds while I'm breaking down my fights and predicting them and doing my homework. I try not to see no odds until I finish. I was kind of pushing for also to pick, you know, Vicious for this fight too. You know, I was looking more to pick her for the fight. I say maybe, you know, with Jasmine probably could walk her down, put her in bad situations and just dog her out and take her down. But then when I look at her and I look at her how she moves, her footwork, and how her chin is up in the air and her punches, it's just her face is just there to get hit, dude. And when you look at Lipski hits hard, and it just the movement from Lipski and the timing, precision, and just everything. You know, I'll say maybe Jasmine may have the takedowns, maybe and the aggressiveness, but Lipski has that too, and even the technique. It's just that the fight starts standing up, and Jasmine's stand up is just not that good, bro. It's not that good. It's not. I'm basing off of the matchup here. It may be good against somebody else. It all depends on who you're matching up with. But against somebody else, Jasmine could be better. Against Lipski, I feel Lipski's a better striker. So as I say, Lipski by decision. I could be wrong though. Like I said, these women fights always go the other direction. So Jasmine, hometown favorite, could pull off a win here, guys. Very careful. All right. Next fight here, we have Aiemann Zahabi versus Pedro Munhoz. These fights are tough, bro. Zahabi from Canada. Very technical guy. Game planning kind of dude. Good fight IQ. He will look for the knockout, look for the sub. He's very calculated. 2 inch of height, 3 inch of reach. This guy's not bad, you know. His brother there helps him out a lot. His brother for us. You know, he's there in his corner all the time, so he like really helps him out a lot. And I mean, the guy's a pretty technical dude, man. You know, his movement sometimes can get kind of flat, but you can tell he's calculated and he's looking for openings, he's setting up, and he will know how to find a win. Against Bajarat, he did. Javad Bajarat, he beat him. He took his own, right? Decline. You know, he still will throw punches, still move forward. You know. Still a quick dude, but when you start to touch him up, he just starts to fade. You know what I mean? Especially in the first round. He looked good in the first round, but once you start to touch him up, if you do touch him up, then he starts to fade. If you don't, then he get a lock on you. And the guy's a veteran. He can wind up with shots, miss. You know, gonna have to show that height and reach here. We look for the submission. You know, still heavy punches, but I'm gonna go with Zahabi here. I feel Zahabi, you know, can touch him up, can outpoint him, possibly even finish him. But I'm going to say Zahabi by decision. I'm not confident, guys. All right? Check out the odds in that. Zahabi is -148. Okay, so close to even fight. I have this fight even, though, man, because, like I said, Pedro's a veteran and Pedro could win. All right? So you got to be careful with that. Next fight here, guys. We have we have Mike Malott versus Trevin Giles. Mike Malott here, next Canadian guy here. Canadian, hey. This guy's well-rounded. Beat Giles though, fighting Trevin Giles, but he beat Giles in a grappling match. So that's one thought out there. Fury Pro Grappling 6 back in 2022. So he did beat him on the ground. But this is MMA, different punches, kicks, movement, everything play a factor here. 5-star standing up. But Mike here, man, he's a good fighter, but you know, I had a little trouble here with Neil Magny, which he kind of was winning the fight, and he just gassed out in the last couple of minutes there. He just gassed out and lost the fight. He just got ground and pounded out, which happens, right? Because Magny is a veteran, and Magny always find a way to win. You know what I'm saying? He can't sleep. Like I said, they can't sleep on these veteran guys, man. But he will gas though. But I did some research on him, and he said that that after his last fight there, you know what I'm saying? He's the 9 months time, he took some time out, to make sure that he works on himself to improve his skills. So it's a guy that saw that, I can beat Magny, but I dropped the ball, and there's room for improvement. And I took the 9 months off and humbled myself, and then I went back to the drawing board and worked on some things. So let's see what happens. You know what I mean? Against Giles though, Giles is a guy that will drop the ball, man. He will get submitted, he will get knocked down, he will get knocked out. There's sometimes he will win and sometimes he don't. He more loses more than he wins now. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. And the fact that Mike beat him on the ground, that says a lot for me. So I'm gonna go Mike Malott by submission in the second round, guys. But it's still 50-50 because Mike said that he's been working. He took the 9 months out or the 8 months out to work, or 9 months I should say, to improve. I don't know. Will he gas out against Giles? I mean, maybe, but Giles will also gas out. So I'm going to go Mike. I'm going to say Mike by submission, second round, 50-50. Zero confidence. Let me see here. Mike Malott. Higher odds. Like he was high against Magny. This fight is even for me, man. Because, like I said, he dropped the ball. So you say he worked on himself, so I need to see that in this fight. But it can't be no 340. It has to be even. That's just what it is, man. So I'll be careful with this one. But I go Mike Malott by submission second round. Even though he's fighting Trevin Giles, but Trevin Giles is still a skilled guy. He just been dropping the ball a lot too, but he's still a skilled guy though. The guy is still skilled. Alright? He still has a chance. But submission second round, Mike Malott. Let's keep going here, guys. Next fighter, we got Caio Machado versus Brenson Ribeiro. This fight here is definitely a heads or tail. Quarter flip, bros. Quarter flip here, man. This one here can go anywhere. Anywhere you want it to go. With Machado here, he is durable. Will carry a higher pace, mix it up. We'll look for takedown, but we'll drop the ball. You know what I mean? He lost here to Dante Mays. But his opponent here, Brunson, he's well-rounded, but he's not durable, dude. And he will gasses out quick. But he will sprint on you in that first round and take your head off or knock you out. But Machado is durable, never been finished. But Ribeiro has been finished though and submitted by 100% finishing rate. So this is a guy that if he comes in the first round, he could get a first round finish over Machado by a knockout. So he has a KO TKO chance in this fight in the first round. After that, he's gonna fade. So man, he just can't carry pace. So a fight like this, man, I'm gonna go with Machado because of the endurance, cardio, carry pace, and Machado will swing and will let the hands go and will defend takedowns and everything. But it's a fight where I wouldn't mess with it. So I will go Machado by decision, but no confidence, guys. All right. Next fight, we got Derek Lewis versus Jhonata Denis. I think I pronounced that right. Black Beast, Derek Lewis, pack power, one hitter quitter, man. But he can get hurt in the foot and get knocked out. Experienced veteran guy, man. Wants to stand up. Denis here, good kickboxer, he shows that. And decent striking, pack power. Ground game has been improving. He showed that against Carl Williams, which I had Carl Williams winning that fight. And Carl Williams, I don't know, he looked like he wanted to strike with him. I don't know why he would do that, because Carl Williams is more a wrestler. But it looked like he was trying to get these takedowns, but he couldn't get it until he got hurt in the third round. Then he started to go for takedown, and he got one takedown in the third, but it was too late. I don't know, man. This fight here, Lewis could win if Denis sit in front of Lewis, but the more technical striker here on the foot is going to be Denis 100%. Coming from kickboxing background glory. This guy is legit, man. He's legit. No, if Lewis go for takedowns and double legs and take him down, then mount him and ground and pound, then it's over. But that can happen. Lewis could come in here and grapple. You just never know, man. He could look for a takedown or get a takedown on Denis. But I'm gonna go with Denis for this one, man. If the fight stays standing up, which it most likely it is, but Lewis can still get takedown, possible, you know. But Lewis is more of a guy that would just want to knock you up, but I don't mean he can't ground and pound you. I'm gonna go Denis by KO TKO in the second round, but I'm not confident because experience, and Lewis is a very experienced guy, man. And you only take one shot, regardless if you're a good striker or not. Just take one figure shot. For 4 ounce gloves, you know. Take one big guy, take one shot and it's over, man. But Denis is a more technical, skilled guy on the foot. And we see how Lewis does against when he fights guys who are good strikers. He doesn't do too well. They got Lewis at plus 142. They got Denis at 170. I disagree with that. Because Lewis is still an experienced veteran. So this is an even fight, guys. I like Denis, but it's an even fight. Because Lewis could win. Like I said, he could get a takedown, or Denis could fall to the ground. He does never know. He could trip and fall. Or Lewis could just back him up against a cage and push against him and just put his legs and he falls down. Derek Lewis is a big dude, man. And Denis is more of a striker. You know what I'm saying? Even though he's been working on his ground game, but he's more of a striker. But I'll go Denis KO TKO in the second round. I'm not confident 50-50. Next fight here we have let's see what we got here. We got Rose Namajunas versus Erin Blanchfield. Kind of up and down with this one, co-main. Rose was originally 115. Rose a veteran, skilled fighter, beat majority of the people in our weight class. 115, was champion. Very very experienced. But I feel with Erin does not have the striking like what Rose has, not even the movement. But I feel Erin could have the strength advantage though. You know what I mean? Meaning that I could put Rose against the cage, clinch up with her, take her down, and just rinse and repeat. With Erin though, Erin striking, it still needs improvement. She's still hittable. She runs into shots. She's got the 3-inch of reach. But she's a dog though, man, and she will grind for that takedown, and the physical is strong. Strength could play a factor in here. And like I said, sometimes with the women, sometimes come to that physical strength that really plays a factor. And with the women with the physical strength, usually the ones that win. You know what I'm saying? But not saying that Rose can jab her up. But once you close the distance and put a hold on her and put her against the cage, then she's gonna be in trouble. You know what I mean? And Erin is known for that. Tough one to pick. I was kind of going for Rose here, but I feel Erin is going to come in here with a high grappling pace. I'm going to go Erin by decision. 50-50, I'm not confident because Rose could win. Rose could win this fight, so be careful. Main fight here, Brandon Moreno versus Amir Albazi. Moreno here, there's not much to say. You guys know Brandon Moreno already. Very experienced guy, well-rounded veteran, smart fight IQ, good range, distancing, takedowns are good, wrestling, scrambling, it's pretty legit. A lot of robberies for this guy though. They rob him a lot. So you see a lot of split decision, meaning that he probably should have won it. With Amir though, man, Amir been off a little bit. This guy's well-rounded, mostly pushed the high-paced wrestling too. But he's hittable though. And against his fight here against Caio France, I thought he lost that fight. But with this guy though, he was struggling with some heart issue. I believe he had a heart rate of like 236 or something like that. So he had surgery on his heart. I don't know, dude. And then he had neck problems where his arm he couldn't lift his arm. Couldn't even throw a jab. So his nerve endings and everything. The doctor said that he could be paralyzed if he kept on training, so he should quit, or fighting. You know, he should quit fighting because he could get paralyzed. I don't know, man. Sometimes doctors could be wrong. But man, I saw he had neck surgery also. So he had heart surgery and neck surgery. I don't know, man. So this is his first time coming back. You know, usually when I see guys having back surgery, neck surgery, and all these things, they don't usually perform too well. You know, and I'm not going to base it off of that. But the guy is skilled. But I felt he lost his fight against France. And if he's going to look that way against Moreno, how he fought France, I feel Moreno will win the fight. So I have Moreno by KO TKO in the third round, guys. I say I give Moreno 60%, and I give Amir 40. Like I said, I'm kind of strict with the percentage here, guys. You know what I mean? Because anything can happen in the fight. I mean, maybe that was Amir's problem when he fought France. He looked like he was gassing out. Maybe the heart, you know, looked like he was tired in that fight. Maybe, you know, his heart is better now. You know, it's fixed. You know, his neck is fixed. He may come in here a complete different fighter. But I saw holes in that fight, and I think, I don't think. I feel France won that fight. But a robbery. Which it could be a robbery in this one too. But they got Brandon Moreno at -66. I don't disagree with that. You know, I feel Brandon Moreno have a good chance of winning this fight. And he should win the fight. I have him at 60%. And that's not a huge favorite. Erin at 142. I disagree with that. Erin and Rose is even. Because Rose is skilled. And if Rose can stop the takedowns from Erin will be a problem. I just feel that Erin could be more physically stronger in this fight. And that's the only issue. I'm not basing this all off strength, because Erin is also skilled. If it was just all strength alone, then I'd be like Rose. But Erin can still throw the hands. She's durable. She can take a licking and keep on ticking. She got good wrestling takedowns, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So it's not like the girl is not skilled. Alright. So yeah, so I like Brandon Moreno. And that's about it right there. Brandon Moreno by KO TKO in the third round, guys. That's my predictions breakdown. Before I get going here, guys, hit the thumbs up button. Again, subscribe to this channel so these videos can get out. And yeah, that's about it right there. And I will check out the face-offs and weigh-ins and put the weigh-ins and face-offs, prediction prop plays on my Patreon account. So sign up for the Patreon account, which the link will be down below too, guys. All right. One love out to everybody. I appreciate the love, all the donations, all the Patreon sign-ups. Appreciate that. You guys keep on kicking, and